Make sure you guys smash the living crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more awesome content. We are going to be covering your top 4 out of the Japan Championship today. And this is going to be Yubel versus Labrynth. Now, I'm not going to lie. When I initially saw this matchup here, you'll see that we're starting off here with the discard to fuel our piece of furniture to start combo, setting one of our welcomes here so that we can start to do combo. I was pretty impressed with Labrynth making its way through the ranks, because Labrynth was not a deck that was mentioned at all by the players out here as an expected thing. You do see the extension coming on down here with the set 2, the very basic stuff for this deck, and then passing on the standard, you know, we have the lady up, we're good to go. We're going to pitch the maxi here, we're going to call by the grave, the maxi, pretty good. Standard OCG plays. You have the maxi? No, we don't do that here. Dark Beckoning Beast, I'm going to go ahead and come on down here. Now, you are going to see a debate here on if we want to try to use our Labrynth trap. Decide. You do see the resolution of the effect, adding activation of the opening. Opening is going to go ahead and get us our gate here, and we are off to the races. Once again on this eternal debate. This is on 2-speed, by the way. That's how long the debate on this trap card was. You do see we are going to go ahead and trigger the one over here on the left, so we can go ahead and do our thing. All right. And then the debate, if we're going to respond, which we're going to go ahead and chain a Squirmer here, actually, which actually was a pretty good play. And then you're going to see the other welcome big of kind here doing its thing. So both of them are up and running. This is a pretty decent chain here for resolution of things. As long as we can try to get something off of the field here, we're going to set the Black Goat Laughs. Honestly, I really love the idea behind the Black Goat Laughs in this. Being able to specifically name drop and not have to deal with the Fiend Smith combo is a really, really big thing for this. All right, do not underestimate the Fiend Smith BS. So you will see the Labrynth is in full swing here, popping on out. Resolution of our effects. So we'll go ahead and trigger Ariana, trigger our Labrynth. We'll get our Chandelier back. All right. Everything. I mean, we're in a pretty good position here. Now, who are we going to pop on the opponent's field off of our other effect here? I guess is going to be the big thing. Our hand is also not. Oh, we're going to pop the opening. Okay. We'll go ahead and resolve. We'll grab the Cuckoo Clock here. That way we can pitch the Cuckoo Clock, all right, which lets us, I think it's what, use a trap card the turn it's set. So now Yubel has to decide what it wants to do here. Do we want to make a full commitment? Okay, nope, we have Tractus, or Track now has the TCG name of this. Go ahead, grab the Lurie, pitch the Lurie, special the Lurie. Now we have access to full Fiend Smith combo here. Kind of is a cleanup to this. So this actually is pretty good. Being able to make the Requiem. The issue is, though, I have a feeling he's worried about playing into a specific back row or something here. I do see the extension for this coming on down. We'll go ahead and make the Almirage. We're going to go ahead, link out the Lurie on into the Requiem. We're playing around that Black Goat Laughs, or at least trying to. See the SP here? Go ahead and banish the goat to go ahead and force the name call here. That way we don't have to really worry about anything. The opponent now has to make a decision on what we're going to use this for. And I'm going to be honest with you, it's, okay, Black Goat Laughs. Go ahead and triggered. Declaring a card name, and that specific monster cannot be summoned. What is it for the rest of the turn? All right, we'll go ahead. Fiend Smith time. We'll go ahead and make the Lacrimosa for that free 1200 burn. Make this into the Beatrice. All right, now that we have the Beatrice loaded on up, this is why this combo is so stupid. The Beatrice gets the mill here, and then since we have the Squirmer down, when we mill the Samsara will be able to trigger. See, there's the Lone Fire effect. Go ahead and getting us our little free summon, which is so ridiculous. Like, this is why this... See, now we have Spirit of Yubel. Now we can go ahead and do the full combo here, setting the Nightmare Pain. Nightmare Pain, go ahead and trigger on up, popping our Yubel. All right. Go ahead, get the Spirit. All right. Go ahead and get the base form Yubel up and loaded here. All right. This is so dumb. I love this. Alright. We will... Let's see... 2-speed, and we're still checking everything and verifying. This is so crazy to think about out here, that this is the results. We're finally going to go ahead and do something here. Alright, we're going to go ahead and make the Underworld Goddess. Alright, that's an interesting choice there. We'll ping for the Lacrimosa for the 1200. Our opponent's actually going to go ahead and scoop here. Oh no, yeah, we're scooping here. Alright, well that means we can go into game 2 here. Alright, we've arrived at game 2, where things might look a little bit different here. Labrynth is going to be the one starting off things here, and if I do truly have to... Oh, wow, okay. Lab milling off 2 of the same furniture piece. A little bit rough there, but that's fine. I mean, hey, all the recurability. So we got a set 3 and a lady coming down. Okay, I mean, that's pretty good, right? Are we going to flip up a good card here? Okay, we are going to flip up the anti-spell. Alright, so this anti-spell automatically puts us in a really bad position. Like, we have to find a way to, like, okay, so we can't Harpy's Feather Duster. If we board it in, we can't do anything. We are getting the Dark Beckoning on into the other name or here, which is fine, but no Nightmare Pain, no Nightmare Throne. None of that field spell stuff that our deck needs to function is so rough. And of course, we're actually going to go ahead and Bysteel here, which is an interesting place to do this. I guess the point is you want them to target the Bysteel to try to, I guess, pull off some of the heat away from your Beckoning Beast. But still, that's, you know, the fact they have the same name down means one can still trigger anyway. So that's an issue in and itself that we're going to have to try to deal with this game. Which, I mean, okay. I also see we're pitching the Max C there, which is interesting. And then, of course, the stack up of the effects here. I guess when you have to try to Max C to find some sort of possible little extender for this, is telling your opponent that your hand is not the greatest thing in the world. Alright? So, we do have Ariana coming on down here. This anti-spell is rough. Alright, so verification on the effects resolving here. For our chain links, we do get this good card back to our hand. Alright, go ahead and trigger, pop the beast. Okay, so we do still have the Druis on the field, which does give us a monster to play with. It's not by far the most optimal thing in the world, but you know what? It is going to attempt to get the job done. That's for sure. So, where are we going from here? Alright, we do have a spot removal answer in the form of the Druis, I guess, if they try to do anything. We're going to swing on in with the Druis finally, clear that up. Alright. And, ooh, I wonder what we're setting. Huh, you want to take a guess as to what that card might actually be? Yeah, I bet it's a Nightmare Throne that we can't do anything with because, unfortunately, based on the situation here, alright. So, we are stuck on a Druis Worm. Alright, we are going to go ahead and Shavara, eat our field spell, and they're going to go ahead and pitch the Cuckoo here. Oh boy. This cuckoo clock going about 10,000 miles just so we can see a Black Goat Laughs. So we still have full Fiend Smith combo for turn. We can do something Unchained if we need to. We can also have the Druis eat something when it leaves the field. So we do have a wide array of options currently present. Yeah, there's the Underworld Goddess. Druis Worm's going to go ahead and attempt to do the thing, but we are going to go ahead and we are going to call Requiem here because you do not want your opponent getting to that Fiendsmith card. If that Fiendsmith touches down, this game is going to end in a very, very bad place, especially for our player. They will not be able to do anything. Alright, you do see end phase pitching our lab piece, going ahead and attempting to search for a trap card for Labrynth, so we can go ahead, do the thing. You do see, hey look, we got our cuckoo clock back. Mission accomplished. Alright, we're back in business. And we just have to start a very slow grind here to try to overcome this huge problematic field that our opponent's starting to throw at us. Alright, this anti-spell is also messing up both of us. Alright, so we are going to normal this clock. They are going to go ahead and flip the Labrynth, which is going to get ashed. Yeah. All right. They would have been able to do some really ugly stuff there. Had that, the fact that they committed the normal summon really stinks. And you do see here, this is why I said that we got messed up, because we drew the engraver there. All right. That engraver is really, 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 yeah. We have a Tractus now. We can do some utility options. All right. Like, we can go places. We have to set it and pass. So now here's our problem. All right. We can now go ahead and do our thing. There's the Black Goat laughs, declaring, yeah, we going Requiem again to blow us out. Like, oh boy, yeah, Requiem 2.0. All right, and we still have the clock on the field. So, okay, I mean, we just attack over the cuckoo clock, right? Like, there's nothing really too much that we need to deal with here. Like, if we go ahead and answer that, we've got everything that we need to take care of to attempt to clear the field. But this Black Goat laughs, this double turn skip here, has been kind of ridiculous for us. We still 2 in hand. Those last 2 in hand have to be something to really try to push this over the edge, or we're not going to make any progress here. Okay, so one of those cards was actually the Magna Hut. And banishing the engraver, we don't want that thing actually coming back. We will go ahead and trigger our Bysteel to go ahead and attempt to, you know, get us that search during the end phase. Attack on over. All right, we got some progress here. Like, this is looking really good. All right, go ahead and pull back our furniture. Go ahead and set up our Labrynth here. All right, mission accomplished. Go ahead and take some damage. Finally, some progress to this game. Jeez. All right, our opponent's at 55, and we get to go ahead and pull back our Druis and end phase here, which is really good. Unless we have another extender here for this. If we actually have an extender, I think we can do something. If we don't, okay, there's our normal. All right, we'll go ahead and make a Unchained. Okay, we can go ahead and pull back our Shavara from the grave. All right, now we're getting places here. All right, we'll go ahead and actually drop down the SP. We're going to go ahead and banish the Tractus. All right, that's pretty decent. That should actually take care of things. We get our Bysteel on back here during the end phase, confirming, you know, how Druis Worm reads, which is honestly the correct thing to do. All right, and now we're playing on an SP. That's fine. I think the position we're in here is good enough. So we're going to go ahead and mill off their little furniture again. These furniture pieces are just, they're doing so much work. And now we have the lab field spell up and running. So we're going to have that additional effect added on to every one of these trap cards. All right, so we will go ahead and set just for verification here. Keep in mind that the anti-spell does not conflict with this because the passive turn has happened, and now we are able to go ahead and effectively do our things. So we are going to go ahead and deploy this. All right, this is so good. And now this is where the extra lines of text start to come in. So now we can pop the SP and not really care because this is free. All right. My favorite thing in the whole wide world is just the free value that this trap gets. All right, so now we get to go ahead and stack on up our good cards and start blanking out all the little things that we need to. So we'll go ahead and trigger our Ariana here. All right, we'll go ahead and get our search. All right, and of course, oh man, we also have the Cuckoo Clock and the Chandelier on standby over here too, which is free disgusting value. All right, you do see the Bysteel coming down here. All right, we're going to go ahead and grab Stovey Torby. And now that we have the stove, we should be accelerating things. Now, this whole game has just been out of control because of that anti-spell. Cutting us off of our searches and delaying the Fiend Smith combo actually, I think, helped our player out a lot more than you would have initially expected. That whole play line definitely was worth it. All right. Also, this Druis does immediately answer anything that we might be dealing with from our opponent. You know, a spot removal option is always going to be good for things. All right, this game state is by far, it's all over the place. And the fact that, once again, this 2 Namek speed here, just verifying the graveyard here to see if we can clean up any of these actions left here and see what we can do. All right. Honestly, this not the greatest place in the world to be if you're our Yubel player here, which is not where you want to be. I mean, Jerusalem, like I said, does handle some sort of situational here. And, you know, if we do see another monster on our side of the field here, we can Fiend Smith combo this. All right, so Stovey Torby going to go ahead and do its thing here. I'm going to go ahead and set our Labrynth, which we have. All right, Cuckoo coming on back here to hand, which is good. All right, if we can get some of this free value up and rolling here with this field spell and cleaning up this field of Druis, we'll be fine. All right, shuffle cut. All right, so much field control here. So there's our draw pass. All right, back to 2 in hand. We've really made no progression on this game state whatsoever. This game is so gruelingly long just because of that anti-spell fragrance and our Druis Worm just being an immediate spin out to special summon out. So, okay, we're going to go ahead and we're going to normal a Veiler. All right, well, hey, look, it's the modern Nightmare Mermaid. The any 2 monsters is full combo, which is what we love to see. All right, let's continue on with our suffering here as we wait 5 minutes for them to go ahead and make the Underworld mini here to try to play the game. All right, stick them together. There is, oh, we're making the news reporter here. That's an interesting turn of events. Okay, I guess this does force the opponent to look at this news report and try to do something. Yep, there's our Labrynth trap. We get our additional added effect here. And we're going to go ahead and get the blow up here. And we are getting out the red maid Ariane. This is actually kind of an issue. This Ariana and Ariane actually get to use their secondary effects. We're going to be in a bad place here. Okay, we're going to go ahead and banish the Unchained. All right. And then we have Stovey Torby and the Welcome Trap here on standby. Resolving. All right. Get some draw power out of this. And, of course, all the field spell power. That Labrynth field spell is going like 9,000 miles here for this matchup. All right, we have our mini Underworld Goddess. Now we can go ahead and safely start to attempt to do Fiend Smith combo, but I don't know if this is going to get us very far in this current game state because this is such an abysmal place to be. All right, we're going to go ahead and equip up the Engraver on with the Requiem, and we'll go ahead and pop the Ariane, or the Ariana, the red one here. All right, so that's sent off, and then Unchained, go ahead and pop down, extend. All right, and then we'll go ahead and tuck on back, revive the Engraver. All right, we're getting places here. It's not where you want to be, that's for sure, but you know what? I can't really say that this is too good. And on an unexpected turn of events, our opponent has the Nibiru here. The fact that they had this Nib was insane. Like, it actually puts them back in the game. Like, it is so powerful to see this thing come down. So we'll go ahead and we'll get our green maid up and running here. Go ahead and get our search for the Stovey Torby. We're so far ahead in advantage. Like, whatever hope our opponent had left, just left. And the sad part is we still have full Fiend Smith combo on the right side of the table here for Lab as well. All right, go ahead and pop the token. All right, Stovey Torby recur on back. This is just BMing at this point. We're so far ahead of advantage. This is insane. All right, go ahead and link summon into the goddess. Oh, hey, look at that. We're hitting that concede button. You know, it looked like we had a chance there, but wow. All of the chips are on the table now as we head on in to game 3 here, and now our Yubel player has to recover from the decimation that was our game 1. Our opponent is going to go ahead and hand a nice little Marchummy to us and say, you know what, you have to deal with this, which is fine. We have the Call by the Grave to kind of alleviate a little bit of this Marchummy nonsense, but they have the second Molcharmy on the chain. Okay, well, that's fine. We're going to go ahead and contact Fuse with both of our bricks out of our hand, which is actually pretty good. We'll slam down the Nightmare Throne here, go ahead and mill off the Yubel. Go ahead and get the other one loading. We'll get normal artillery here out of the hand, which gives our opponent a draw card here. And then we'll go ahead and start Fiend Smith combo here. Toss the Requiem at our opponent. Go ahead and get the Engraver loaded up out of the deck. This Mulch Army, you know, isn't really going to get as much value as you would think. It might be handing our opponent like 1 to 2 cards here, especially since, you know, we'll be able to do things. Sequentia, go ahead and do the Fusion summon for the Lacrimosa. Alright, so we do have a free revive here. Go ahead and target up Engraver. Go ahead and link summon on in to the Beatrice. Alright, now, as we've seen with the fun little lines of play here, go ahead and mill off the Squirmer. Alright, Squirmer power. Go ahead and banish. Get up the Yubel here. And now we have full reverse combo here. Since we are going to go ahead and set the Nightmare Pain, activate the Pain. This looks very familiar. Alright, this is why we love Yubel. Alright, go ahead and grab the Samsara. Go ahead and trigger up our throne here. Mission accomplished. We have full combo. Up comes the big Terror Incarnate themselves, and we get the base form Yubel loaded on up here. So we basically alleviated as much as we wanted to. Okay. I'll go ahead and take that. We've given our opponent, what, like 2 cards off of the Mulch Army, so that's fine. We'll go ahead and link summon on in to the Unchained. So now we can go ahead and get the Shavara up and loaded here for another extension. We want to hand our opponent another resource, which I don't necessarily think is the worst. We'll go ahead and contact, or we have both Yubel and the Samsara here. Alright, are we going to... We have another Contact Fusion coming on up here too if we really want to use it, depending on where we're going. I guess the question is here, do we want to try to extend out, give the opponent another card, or is a potential field that we're looking at right now actually look like a better option? And I mean, sure, it definitely might be worth considering, but okay. Checking the resource option pool here. And just to consider, a lot of thinking for this matchup, considering, because if Lab gets a chance to do its thing, it leaves you in a really awkward place. So we're going to go ahead and make the news reporter here. Alright. Still have a Shavara trigger if we want to. Now we have the Unchained down to go ahead and kind of help us do our thing. Alright, we'll go ahead and ping for the 1200 on the Lacrimosa. We gotta love our free damage. That's why we love this deck. Alright. Let's see here. We're gonna go ahead and news reporter, discard a card. That's pretty good. Alright, we'll go ahead and revive the Spirit here. And then we will... Are we going to make the Varudis the final bringer of end of times here to try to inconvenience the opponent about as much as possible? 17 times checking the graveyard later. Alright. Alright. Are we hitting end phase here? Okay, we're going to go end phase, revive the Samsara, pop the basic Yubel. That way we can keep our field. We have the Phantom up and loaded here, which is pretty good. And then we're just going to go ahead and pass turn on over to the opponent. Okay. So now Labrynth has to find an attempt to actually play this. And let's call it what it is here. They might be able to do something. The power of evenly is that powerful something. I'll tell you that. Like, go evenly. I'll tell you, when I saw that evenly, I was like, oh, okay. But leaving the Phantom on the field is the correct play here. You do need to make sure that you can have some sort of negate here. And a nice Mulch Army passing on into that. Really stinks our Labrynth player didn't really have much of a follow-up outside of that. Must be all oops hand traps here, if that's the case. It's definitely something that we've kind of noticed here. There's been a lot of oops all hand traps potentially running around in this event. So, and the fact that our opponent had triple Marchummy, what a play around, man. That's ridiculous. I really wish I was that good and had that much to really consider and work with here. Our Yubel player here really thinking on the verification of things. So we are going to go ahead and commit a Lurie to this. Alright, so they do get a draw on the Merchummy, which is fine. I mean, we're just revealing reverse Fiend Smith combo here, and the fact we have the Phantom up protecting us is good. So there's the Requiem. We're going to go ahead and Fiend Smith combo 2, alright, on into the Engraver. Alright. Where are we going from here? Tuck back the 2 for our secondary fusion. Alright, see, we have 2 Phantoms up and running now. So now we just have to find all the damage that we need to end this game, I feel like. Unless our opponent is going to try to have a nib, but we're so loaded up here on everything, I think we're fine. I'm not really too worried about seeing a nib trying to do the thing, unless they have imperm nib, try to clean this up. But even so, that's a tall order across the table to try to do something here. Alright. And go ahead and link out. Alright. We're going to go ahead and make the Sequentia. Sure. Alright. Do we have a negate to this or something? Because if this fusions, you're going to be in a lot worse of a position, I feel like, here. And that's not a good thing. Because, okay, we're going to go ahead and Cuckoo Clock. Sure. So, do you have the ability to mill for furniture to try to do something? Because if you do not... Oh, no. Okay, we have Imperm to negate. Uh-oh. This is what I was talking about. Alright. If we have the nib, that is a free clear for us. If they don't, then that's just really, really rough. And there's the Maxi. Okay, sure. You just... Their hand was really bad. So we're just going to go ahead and do the full fusion here. Go ahead and tuck on back and then make the Desiree and give the opponent the free draw there. Alright. We just got to find the damage to get in the battle phase here to do the thing. Alright. Confirming up the rest of the verification here. Alright. Ooh, we're going to go ahead and manually equip. Okay. Attack. Alright, this Desiree and our Phantom will turn back on, actually, I'm pretty sure. Opponent has 4k life. Alright, and we'll go ahead and draw for turn here. Unfortunately, I don't know if there's anything that we can do. Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.